Hi everyone. This past few weeks have been a whirlwind for me. I'm sorry that I didn't really follow up much on anything that I've been doing. I have just not been feeling myself at all. Just horrible fatigue. The last year or so, my ADHD symptoms have been getting a lot worse, and I finally wanted to get to the bottom of it with professionals. I have been trying to use supplements and different things to help kind of what I was guessing that I was lacking, but I had a hormone panel done and found out some stuff that I was low in and that I can be much more optimal in. Tuesday and yesterday were the first times that I took some of the stuff that I was advised to take, and today I felt just crushing fatigue. I felt like all the energy I've ever had in my life had been zapped from my body. I feel a little better now, so I figured I would post and maybe just kind of talk about what I've been up to. Other than that, I did all my pattern cutting for the tote bag, pinned everything together. I even filmed, part of what I was doing, and then I filmed me starting to sew. I made an adjustment to my seam length, and I had repositioned something, and then I didn't put the foot back down, and it unthreaded my needle and made this like rat's nest. And by that time in the day, it was getting really late when I was doing this like a week and a half ago. So then I was like, and I was really hungry, so I was like, okay, before I like burn out and all that, I'm just gonna like eat and I'll resume it again. Well, man, it's been days and I still haven't rethreaded the needle. So I've been kind of avoiding posting because I didn't really have anything to show, but I thought me just showing up could be an encouraging way to show you that you can have off days and you can still, get back up again. I enjoy it so far, even though I made those mistakes. So I am gonna finish, and then I already have the fabric for my next project lined up. I thought today I would just share some things that are inspiring to me in general. I really enjoy movies. My favorite movie is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I am super into old Disney, like classic Disney and 90s Disney. I always thought they had a great message of, perseverance, kindness. I know they're not perfect. I don't, align myself with like the company or anything. They were always just really inspiring to me when I was little. And I loved the music and all the behind the scenes of how many incredible creative people get together and then make something really beautiful. And the dedication that they put into just making something that they believe in and think is beautiful, I think is great. So artistically, that's how I align with them. And I do have 2 Disney tattoos. I have 4 tattoos total. So we could do a tour of those sometime. Another thing that inspires me is all the dresses that I want to make. So I could always share, the Canva future goals of my sewing, if that's something you all are interested in. I am also inspired by self-improvement. Not always from a healthy place, but I've always had a fixation on constantly improving myself, whether it be mental health or, how I interact with people in the world, my kindness, my intuition, my critical thinking. That's always been something that I really, really focus on. I want to keep evolving, keep growing. Sorry that there's a reflection in these glasses. I don't have my contacts in today. Overcoming obstacles and overcoming trauma is something that really inspires me. I've been through a lot of different things that I can always share about if that's something that you're also struggling with and you want to just hear stories of, how I got through it, or so that you can feel like you're not alone. Anna's doing very well. I was singing to her today and she was so sweet and looking at me like just a little baby. And she's off wandering around somewhere right now. I would love to share kind of day in my life, things that I do. I'm still learning, but trying to do to help my anxiety and my nervous system. I wake up, I make my certain morning drinks. So I focus on hydration and protein. I'm vegetarian, so I could show you ways of how I still get protein. Also, my skincare routine. I'm an esthetician student. I'm currently taking a break from that to focus on my health. But I got really into my own skincare because of TikTok. And then I started esthetician school. So I do have a little bit more of that supportive background on what, kind of what's doing what. One fun thing that I am doing this weekend. So I'm really precise about how I fill in my brows. So it sometimes takes me so long in the morning because I get sort of in this perfectionist loop of, okay, I'll tweak this, okay, I'll tweak that. And I have time blindness. So then before you know it, I've just been doing it forever. And so I was thinking of doing my own brow laminating. But then I actually saw a woman on TikTok in my area who does nano blading, and her before and afters are incredible. So I made an appointment with her, and I actually see her on Sunday. Today is Thursday. So that's very exciting. I can take you along for the ride. I can show you, because this is false. I mean, all of this is actually my own hair, just kind of brushed up. But like my tails naturally go more down, kind of how I have the hooded eye. So I do my own, tails and kind of fill in the shape. I can do before and afters of what they look like without any of my tricks, and you'll be like shocked. So that's something I could share. Yeah, I'm figuring all this out as I go along, so I'd love to hear what you guys are curious about with the different avenues that I've talked about. I'm kind of going to do it all just here and there, but if there's something that you're more interested in, I could, change the order of how I'm showing it if it's something that you're more interested in. So let's be friends. Let's be each other's safe space. Let's learn and grow together. And I will post when I get the tote bag done. I absolutely will. And then I will do a video on my second project, the inspiration pics, why I'm doing it, and then the journey along for that as well. I know things in the world are very heavy right now. They do weigh on me a lot. I am absolutely here with you. I hope you all are hanging in there. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves. Remember to rest. Remember to give yourself love. I want to keep this really, really going. So I do apologize again for the huge gap. I'm just making sure that I show up no matter what, even if I don't have everything exactly done the exact way I want to. That way I can inspire everyone who has ups and downs, that you can still show up and still be a soft place for people to land, and still be a friend, and still be yourself, and allow yourself the grace to get back up again. Please subscribe so that I can keep the momentum going and get to know more of you and get to help more of you. Ask away, recommend away on what you'd like to see. I will do my absolute best. And with that, I bid you adieu.